18 rings, 6 coins to my name, but with 18 rings then I can change the game. Flip them over, turn them around. Oh shit, look, I turned them into a crown. Make it dance, make it work for you. Coin is for the spending, if you scatter it then you'll reap the profits of the seeds you've sown. What do you know, look, I turned it into a throne. We do what we do to keep the water flowing. The more you give, the more it keeps growing. I don't want your gifts, I don't want your charity. I just want to see some other love and prosperity. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. I make my living by the sweat of my brow, the strength of my voice and my lyrical know-how. I work hard, I spend freely. I'm not rich, but damn, am I dearly placed to think of virtue and preach it to the masses. The fruits of my labor I use to fill glasses. Life is for the living is the message I'm selling. The scent of success is the aroma you're smelling. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. Hold fast, 'cause it might sound funny, but the truth is wealth's not just about money. It's the push and the pull and the give and the take. It's the things that we share and the joy that we make. Give me your attention, I'll give you my time. Lend me your ears and I'll fill them with rhymes. I'll give you words to make your soul burn and take your breath away in return. Yeah. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning round. The wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning, the wheel keeps turning round. If the water won't flow, then the crops don't grow, so the wheel keeps turning. "18 rings, 6 coins to my name, but with 18 rings."
Hello, hello. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing all right. Started a little bit early. It was, I was here. I was bored, so I thought I'll start early. This might be a bit of an awkward one. This one. My other half is currently not here, so she's had to run off to do some stuff quite important. So I have no mod. I have no one telling me if I'm too loud, too quiet, or anything like that. So if anything is wrong, I'm trying a new setup today, so I can. So my chat is there. So let me know and all of this sort of stuff if anything is wrong or I can change anything, and I will do what I can. No, that's wrong, because I've just seen Kai's in chat at the beginning of a stream. That never happens. So, no, definitely is him. Oh, I've only just started my first cider as well. So, there can't be that. So, thanks everyone for coming along. I thought we'd do a little nice chat about new people. I'm loud. I'm always loud. Mic sounds a bit weird. Bit loud. Okay, well, I'll turn it down a little bit. Is that any better? Any better? There's a few seconds delay, so when I do stuff, it might take a little bit of time to sort itself out. Yeah, it's better. Good. Perfecto. Yeah, might have been peaking. More than likely, to be honest, Naomi. I do talk quite loudly. I do get told to. I learned how to set a fucking alarm. Yeah, they're useful, mate. They really are useful. Oh, turn it up to 11. I watched that the other day, actually. Love Spinal Tap. So I thought we'd do one where we could up one notch, split the difference. So I thought we'd do one where we'd have a chat with see if we can get new players in, and see if they have any questions, and see if we can talk about stuff. I'm feeling people need a bit of positivity in their life at the moment as well, I think, and I figured it would be quite nice to do some stuff where we talk about good things, positive things, decent things that have happened, and mainly we'll stick with Empire and things, and because something that I always talk about and I will always say is how fantastic this community is. So we'll go with that. So I was doing I've not been having a great day, but this has really picked me up and really perked me up. So thanks, people, for coming along to watch and stuff. So this is going to be good. I think we got a couple of new people in chat. So I think Alice, and now obviously Ben's been a regular. So this is good. It's not been the same, has it? Let's be honest. Without Empire, it's been really, really bizarre. So, but yeah, this will hopefully get us chatting and things like that. So, Kai, how's your document going? Is that going all right? So, Alice, so you're going to be new. So, what nation are you looking at playing? Then, Alice, it's not going to be Dawn, is it? Oh, I don't know if I think that's just as bad. To be honest, the league. Oh, but then again, I quite like the league. I buy a lot of alcohol off the league. So I think it's where to start, really. I think that's always the big one. You have that wonderful moment. Yes, very good. Yeah, good excuse for pretty outfits, aren't the league? Yeah, definitely right there, Ben. I've been to a few parties where you turn up and everyone in the league is just there, and I've turned up in my Navari outfit at the time, and the looks that you get. None of my characters have smart dress; they just have what they're wearing. Tell us a story of your first time. Well, it's going back quite a while. It was in a park, and me and her, we were quite drunk. I finished recording last night. The audio-only version should be out as soon as the intro music is done. YouTube version will be released when the artwork is done. That might be a while. Well, I think an audio one should be good, and then you'll. So I have to admit, I am looking forward to this. 70 minutes long. Yeah. Tell me about it. I did the video of what is LARP. And I'm already working on my next project, and that was 58 minutes long, and getting a load of LARPers together to talk about different things, answer different questions, was tough, really, really tough, but quite rewarding at the same time. So I have enjoyed that. I think I hit 110 views in the first day, so compared to a lot of other YouTubers, that's it's still peaking a little. There you go. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, should be fine. It was good. So I'm going to start contacting people to see if anyone in chat fancies getting involved in another LARP project of mine. Then I'm looking to get more people. What about it? Yeah, I'm sure you can, Kai. We had one of the guys in my video is a friend of mine called John. He's from New York, and I had to explain to him what boffers were, because the only LARP he had done was, as we had been chatting about, Vampire the Masquerade, and that, so he only really did other sorts of LARP when he came over here. But I did a bit of research into some boffers, and you hear some horror stories, absolute horror stories. I guess he were a great mix. Yeah, it was nice. I'm going to tell you this story about. Oh, Liam, no worries, mate. No, we're just chatting. Kai's project's audio is going to be out very soon. Just waiting on his animation. So that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I read the story of a guy who had made a boffer with an iron pole, and when he put the swimming noodle around it, he taped it all up and stuff like that, and he got into a fight and he just hit someone with it for the first time, and of course it's an iron bar, so the noodle split where he hit someone in the head, and they had like an 8-inch gash all the way down their head. It's yeah, I heard you use one at Empire. I got told this. Who was it who told me that you used one? I can't remember who it was, but I did hear. I'll have to have. Yeah, I'm interested. I'll have to come and have a look at that, because I think we've talked not mainly online and stuff like that. I can't ever actually remember going and saying hello to you in person though. So we'll have to remedy this. So the mix I had was good. Yeah. I'm quite lucky to know quite a lot of people who do all of this, but they have a massive variety of experience. So it's all good. So that was really good. So I mean, it's a club. So with Justin chatting away, because Justin's been doing it. Justin actually got me into LARP. So that was 15, maybe 20 years ago. Long time. And then you get John, who's been doing it for about 5 years, my other half, who's been doing it for a couple of years. And that's, so yeah, a big variety of experience, which was fantastic. The next project I'm looking at doing about the virtues. So it's going to be purely Empire focused, but it's going to take a little bit of creativity around it, because I think I'm going to have to get a lot of people to talk about one virtue. So I want to have all the virtues and heresy, and then just get people chatting away. So Iron Cores against every rule set in North America. Yeah, it seemed to be quite an old one, so it was pretty bad. It's like people who had turned up to PD's events and they had with their arrows, they actually had proper arrows, but they were just putting foam on the end of it, and pretty bad. And it's the same with their weapons, they were just wrapping them. Not good. But my wife's dagger arrived yesterday. She's pleased she found a pretty one. Good. I think daggers are incredibly important at Empire. Especially I came from Navarre, so we play. I think I can do a whole video on Navarre games. To be honest, we play knifey table, so the knives are very, very important, and they're a good. It's a good thing to have since the 80s. Cool. I'll have to fish out this story and chuck it your way. She's not wanted to do combat, but wanted to have something. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. That's a great thing to have something like that, because it adds to. I think people will agree that if you have a dagger or something like that, adds to your kit, adds to what you're wearing, because it's part of. You can make it part of your identity within the game. So if you have this fantastic ornate dagger that you've got on you, then it adds to what you do. It adds to who you are. It's people can look at it and go, oh yeah, there's I've not seen it, so I can't click on the link because it will. So I'll have a look a bit later. I know there's a stream tomorrow about apothecary stuff, but does anyone have any experience with potions and herbs? In battle, I do. And I take a lot of IC drugs, It's apothecary stuff. It's a shame that my other half's not here because she's like apothecary extraordinaire. She does loads of it. There's an apothecary guild. I'm actually, but it's dependent on what you want to do with your potions and herbs, because they're all split into little groups. So you'll get hero point potions, herbs, more potions, and that. So you can do something to boost someone's hero points, give them extra hero points, restore hero points, but that's like one set of it. And then if you want to do something else with healing people, boosting people's hit points, then that's another set that you have to buy at creation. So that's how a lot of it works. And you can a lot of people have like the pestle and mortars, and that's so they'll have stuff and they'll actually grind it all up, and then they go off to God and they get the potions and they're grinding it all up, and then they come back and go, there you go, there's your thing. And there are people who, when they do rituals and stuff like that with all the herbs, it's all there, so there's a lot of incense and stuff like that. Basically they are an excuse to do things in a really big, fantastic way if you want to. It's really, really good. If you ever learn how to make something called Twilight, come see me, because I want to buy it all. So she's been working on her backstory. Being her father is a blacksmith, so she figured he'd make her a special one. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Backstories, I think we talk about backstories a lot when I stream, and they are great. Everyone loves to talk about their backstory. I think it's common knowledge that my backstory is boring. Is Twilight legal? Yep. Yeah, it's as a drug, has no negative things. It's all very much it's a really fun one, actually. I'm really pleased. I really like that one. It's not like Bite that causes you to get really angry and testy and go off and have a scrap. So I was literally going to say, is there a specific way to make icy drugs? So yes, icy drugs are definitely in game. They are difficult to make because no one has found how to make certain ones yet. You can make certain drugs, so like Goose Whisper, for example, is a drug that you can make, and it gets you a nice high and it gets you a vision. I've taken that a few times. My aspiration to be the biggest potion seller, and also maybe on the side IC dealer as well. It's a shame I'm not IC, because come find me. Because I'm doing a lot of stuff IC for the dealer part of it. There is an apothecary guild. I think that there's one in Wintermark, so you go and have a chat with them, and they will help you, and they can get stuff like that. So, but as long as you've got the passion, the will, the drive to do these sorts of things, then you can do whatever you want to in game. You want to be the biggest, the best seller there is, then if you go around acting like it, it's one of my favourite things in LARP is if you're acting like it, chances are people are going to believe you. So confused Yuval one. Seems like the whole city go against me every time I'm in the street, I hear. No idea who you are, but thanks. So when it comes to potions, if you go in and you just big yourself up and go, I can do all of this, I can do all of this, even if you can't, go for it. It's a great thing. Creates game, creates a bit of stuff for you. Who are you, confused Yuval? Unless you're trying to confuse us all. So from last check, no negatives other than to your bank balance. Yeah, that's the downside. That's the only downside to the hobby, really, unless you can make things. So you, I'm not the most talented of people when it comes to making stuff. So I tend to just buy it, ask other people to make it stuff for me. So like Rob Willits has made my stupid hammer for me because it's amazing. Darren Stocker made my mace. My other half made most of my kit. I use a kilt as a base layer, and then I cover it, so I get my knees out any chance I can get. So a lot of kit is and stuff like that. So for Alice in the league, I think you're going to be finding. I think you're going to find that as you start to get more involved, and that it's going to be a lot of layers, and that really nice big flamboyant dress, or anything that you choose to wear, and you need the masks as well. Breaking Bad Empire Icy Edition. Sounds good, to be honest. So I've got a few friends. I did a stream called Tentade where I helped raise money for the League Theatre's new tent, because their old tent, due to funding, essentially reasons, for PD are unable to provide them with that tent anymore. It all came down to storage, basically, and so they needed a new tent, so I offered to help them out with that. And a lot of what I saw of everything around the league, because I spent a bit of time there, and they wear all of these massive dresses, these fantastic ornate masks, and it all looks incredible. And I walk around the field and I look at everyone's kit and I look at mine and go, oh. So, alright, kit. So I'm buying most of my kit and just going to some embellishments, as I don't know how to dressmake. Well, I am having a go at making my own waterproof cloak. Cloaks are very big and very clever, and I think my camera has frozen. Is my camera frozen? Trash bag syndrome. Yeah. Is my camera frozen for everyone? Is it? It has, yeah, frozen. Wow, that's just a bit shit then, isn't it? Let's turn that off, turn that back on, and see if that sorts it. Oh. I'll sort of let it go. Oh, right, no. Oh, God. Right. So we started with the frozen joke. So I haven't got a mod in the group, so I can't kick you all. So that's a shame. But yeah, I think looking at everyone's kit and then going, like trying to look for inspirations, because that PD and Empire had this fantastic thing where you make a kit and then you go, well, I can improve this, and it's constant. I've known like people who have been there since the beginning, and their kit has changed constantly. I mean, mine hasn't changed a great deal, but I'm a bit crap. So Non-Panda brass coasted, just starting on kit, so I just keep throwing scarves on base layers. You brass coast, you live in a scarf. I think your tents are scarves, your boats are scarves. Oh no, your boats are at the bottom of the sea at the moment. Ooh, brass coast burn. Yeah, I like the brass coast. So too soon? Yeah, too soon probably. More bling, more scarves. Very, very brass coast. Just avoid imposter syndrome. I get that in the real world plenty, and it's always in your head. I don't have imposter syndrome. I know I'm there and all of that. It's more a case of it's kit envy. I think, to be honest, Ben, I look at everyone else's kit and I think that's amazing. I'm guessing everyone's been into the photo forums and stuff like that on Facebook. They've seen everyone's photos, and they've seen it's like, especially when it comes to armor, kit envy is it's insane. For me, it's like where in my hall, Bron, Alex Smith, he's got this photo, and he's got this leather armor that is very much Lord of the Rings Rohan-esque, and it's insane. It looks so good. It cost him an absolute fortune, but it's incredible, absolutely incredible. Lucky I get imposter syndrome all the time. Is that when you hit him with a boffer, Kai? Sorry. His armor is ludicrous. It really is. It is absolutely insane. But I think my favourite sort of kit, I think everybody will be different with this. My favourite sort of kit are the ones who they've put effort. It's like, I think I have to say, it's just the orcs. You look at the orcs and their kits, it's ludicrous. It's so good. All of it is so good. It's very difficult to get past it all. I love the kit where you can see all of the layers and you can see everything that they've done. Another good one would be Shaman in Wintermark. His kit is fantastic, but it all looks very much... I'm planning on making my armour, should be less than 50 quid. Is this that leather thing that you're doing? Lamella, I think it was. They're making Lamella armour. Yeah. I'm going to be very interested to see how that turns out, because if that's less than 50 quid, then that's going to be epic. So that'll be really, really good. So I think Lamella. Okay. Question from Alex: is it possible to spectate a battle? As in, it's something I preferably want to see first before I decide if I want to have a go at the next battle. Definitely. My camera's gone again. My camera is going to be absolutely wank tonight, isn't it? I'll see if that comes back. But you can be a water carrier. You can be something like that for the battles, but you can't. You can't just go off to the sides and watch. There's places in the main field where you can stand by the gate and look through and see everything. One of the good things to do, as just said there, the new player skirmish. No, if you're a water carrier, no, you are there to alone. So yeah, the new player skirmish. Krishna and Kaya both said, I'm going to throw my camera out the window. So this is going well. So it's probably going to keep on going throughout all of this. It's just going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those streams, I feel. So if it goes, I'll just keep on going back and forth and then trying to get it fixed. So yeah, water carrier there. You carry water. When people need water, you just go over, give them water, and you're fine. The new player skirmish is great at the beginning, so you can turn up, you can get involved in a scrap. Your character won't die because it's before time in, essentially, and then you can see if you like it all and things like that. There's a guy who's been to one event and he's messaged me and he's coming off to do I just assume water carriers are non-combat folks. Yeah, pretty much. I've done water carrying before. I did my back in, but I still wanted to be out there, so I strolled around carrying a bottle of water. It was quite nice. It was an interesting point of view, that's for sure. So I recommend the new player skirmish. That's a definite as well. First event, if it's your first event, do all of the new player bits that you can. Go to all the talks you can. Listen to everyone. But at the end of it all, when you're in there, if you might find that fighting's not for you, and that's fine too. There's no pressure on you to do it. Social contract: if you play one, you must want monster one. Yeah, exactly. If you fight with your nation, you then have to monster the following day. So if you fight as your character on Saturday, you then have to monster on Sunday. That's the way it goes, and everyone does it. 99% of the people do it, because I think we'll all be aware of people that don't. Sometimes there are reasons why they can only do one. What does monster mean? Monster is hilarious. It's great fun. Monster means that you are getting up just before time in, heading over to the monster tent. They put the old orc masks on you. Mine normally looks quite funny because as I put it on, this all goes up like this, and so my beard comes out of my out my mouth hole half the time, or you tuck it under, and it just, everything is really hot and it's great. Monstering is one of my favourite things to do at Empire. It's so good. It is so good. You are essentially putting all this on, grabbing a bit of armour, the weapons, and you are playing the bad guys. That's it really. So you'll have captains, you'll have the general, and they will tell you what to do, and you are fighting against the Empire. You are doing it for other players, just like the other players did it for you when you're fighting in a battle. So it works really well, and it's such a good laugh. You get the chance to make the players feel epic. Truly epic. I have had some incredible moments when it comes to fighting. The battle refs are incredible. They are truly great. I've got a couple of stories that I love to tell about what the monster and the battle refs have done for me personally, because I will never stop singing their praises at all. Point to be made. It's about making it. It's a great game. I'm 5'9" and weigh about 10 stone, but in an orc mask I'm well scary. Monstering isn't about showboating. No. I've been rugby tackled by a monster, but that's because they knew that I was alright with it. It's about making the players feel great as well. Like a cranky old orc man hobbling across the field shouting, "Get off my land," and waving a staff threateningly in the air. Yeah, I've been kidnapped by orcs. Mark Humes, all of that lot of Ashenhall, when I was in the Navarre, they have the Borts that they play as their orcs, and they saw me and I'd been knocked down, and they came over and picked me up, dragged me off, and then tried to sell me back. But no one wanted me, and who can blame them? So you get the monstering crew refs, and that the battle refs would dictate how parts of the battle go on occasion. So I'd argue that monstering can be about showbiting depending on the situation, such as EMUs or skirmishes that are meant to be challenging. Yeah, I think EMUs skirmish, on a skirmish they have more specific things to do. So EMUs are specific military units for nations. You get groups who come things together. They get a little bit special. They have more kit that they've made, and skirmishes are like plot fights essentially. And you can go off and you can do whatever you want. So I love it when archers shoot me as a monster, because I'll throw myself all over the place. So that's great. So a good example I think of skirmish was I monstered against Dawn, and Dawn wear a lot of plate, and one of the guys, it was a complete accident, but I'd been killed, so I was lying down, and a guy in all of his plate took a step back and he stood directly onto the top of my knee. There aren't any great stories without challenges. Your own story at Empire is no different. I love the risk of taking to the field 100% there, definitely. It's so good, although you don't need to fight to have challenges. Nope, definitely not. Do you have to have different kit for monstering, or is that handled? Some of the armour is handled, but you need to have, you can literally go and buy a piece of fabric, turn it into a tunic, chuck it on, put it onto the armour, so you're wearing all purple or red or green, something like that, depending on what the orc nations are. But they generally have bits of fabric and stuff like that, but it is always good to make that effort yourself. So this guy in Dawn had took a step back and he stood on my leg, and my knee went from being a normal size to ballooning, so I couldn't really do too much. So we did that, and then we went out on a big skirmish, the Navarre did, afterwards. Kit was actually, Azrael there was on that skirmish as well, and we went off and we scouted ahead, and we did it all, and then we started to come back, but the rest of the skirmish lot had left the field, and it was insane. So they'd all left the field, left about 5-6 of us. So we all headed back to a path. This was on Tournament Stud, I believe. And so we all headed back onto the path. So I'm there as my character, sort of hobbling around, really, I'm quite struggling. And the ref sort of came up to me and was like, "Are you all right?" And I was just like, "No, I'm struggling." He had a look at my knee, and my knee was bad. It had gotten pretty bad. And he was just like, "Okay, so we'll do what we can, but we won't let the monster be a dick, basically, to you. We'll give you a fair chance." And some monsters had all come back over, and they had chased everyone off. So everybody had got to the gate, and I'm stuck on my own, hobbling back. They hadn't seen me until people came back. Now, I keep on getting told that the number of orcs between me and the gate changes. I swear it was about 12. I'm pretty sure I've told this story while being drunk, and it was about 30. But what the monsters did, and it was 120 at least. Ouch. At Sanctioned event, I took a cleave to the back of the leg. The blow somehow managed to pinch in the tendons and knock me out OC. Most pro cleave to date. Very Larp safe blow. Just unfortunate. Ouch. Are you okay now? Oh, I hope so. God dear, I felt that. And basically what happened was the ref was walking down with me, and and the monsters were there going, and the ref was like going, "He's injured." He said, "So we'll just make this look good, shall we?" So the monsters were coming over and going, "Right, I'm going to go high," and they're doing all of this, so I'm going to go low, so I'm parrying, killing them, and stuff like that. And they walked me about like 90% of the way back, until the rest of the monsters lot heard about what was going on. So they all come sprinting back, and the ref got a message over his mic, and he went, "This lot don't know you're hurt. They are going to kill you." I had to run. I didn't have to run too far. It was only like 50 feet or so, but with my leg, I was in agony, and I literally got to the gate and fell through. But it looked epic, and it made me feel absolutely amazing, because you come out of these battles or skirmishes or anything like that, and you feel the adrenaline kicks in, and you are absolutely buzzed. You are jacked. It's so good. But as David said, fighting and battles aren't the only way to make yourself feel epic or to give yourself that challenge. You can do absolutely anything. So like with brokers, you do the deal, with potions and stuff like that. You do things to push yourself to be the most epic potion maker in Anvil. It's you can do whatever you want, and you feel epic for it when people come up to you and say things like, "Oh, did you do this? Oh, can you do this? Can you do that?" When people come to find you in a field, that really does get you going, and it's really, really nice. Pepping forward, oh yes. When I couldn't stand afterwards, the ref came over to say, "Great role playing, taking that cleave." I shot an awkward smile. Yeah, excellent. There's plenty of PvP in the political game. Yes, there's a lot of it, and I think a lot of it will happen the next time we're in a field, because everybody wants to be Empress, pretty much now. There's a lot of that going on. I've had a couple of letters about it. I'm not running for Empress at all. Definitely not. That is not going to be my bag. But I'm involved with a couple of people who are, so it should be a laugh. Everybody wants to rule the world. No, I've always said that if Mac became Empress, however you want to call it, I'd want to be compared to Nikovar the Insane. I'd want to do stuff that's so crazy that everybody wants to just kill me. That would be how I'd want to go out, because I'd come out of that going, yeah, I created a lot there. If I've made everybody want to kill me, then that'd be great. Sounds like a full-time job. I know, it does. When I was the Navarre General, I was busy, and I had a load of people around me who did a lot of stuff for me in character, and I was still swamped, all the meetings in the world. So I can't imagine what it would be like to actually run the place. I'd love to see an orc on the throne, or someone in Navarre. Yeah, I think that would be great. I think that would be absolutely hilarious to see. An orc would be good because I don't know how anyone else would respond to it. Cam fixed. Yeah. So I don't know how a lot of people would respond to it, and I think that would be such a great thing to see. Might not live long, but it would be great. I think a lot of stuff with the orcs needs to start coming out. So for the new players, the orcs in the field are very. It's difficult to describe, but quite insular. But we flag for Urizen. I can't complain. That's where Max started in Urizen. The orcs are fantastic, but they're quite an insular little group. They have their own little bit, and then you get into to get into their camp, you have to have you have to be armed, and you can't come alone, basically, and then you have to have a proper reason for things and stuff like that. So the orcs create a lot of roleplay, which is really good. So if you're going to be go to your first event, I'd recommend grabbing someone and going off to the orcs just to have a chat, but have a reason to go there. Even if they turn you away, you've still got your roleplay with an orc, and they're great. Assassination attempts. There was a spate of assassinations quite a while ago. They are good, but they're also they're difficult. They're difficult because now some things have been sorted out within. Well, so sorted out, taken out of the game. They mean that assassinations are a lot more difficult, and you have to be a lot more committed to murdering someone, essentially. So you can do them. There was an Assassin's Guild, and I think they lasted half an event before a member of the militia turned up, said, I want someone killed. I hear the Assassin's Guild is here. They went, yeah, they're in the back, and the militia rushed them. Done. So I'm guessing the wiki website isn't available in audiobook. Just because I'm trying to read through it, but my dyslexia means I struggle taking it in, but I want to know as much as possible beforehand. I think there's so much to the wiki. An audiobook would probably be a good idea. But yeah, as Davis said, read your nation brief and the rules page. Everything else you can learn in the field. No one should make you feel bad for not knowing. That's the nail on the head right there. If someone tries to make you feel bad for not knowing, call bullshit on that. But really, really don't. I've been playing since the beginning. I know fuck all. Was that me volunteering to make it? Oh God, no. That thing is so big, and when the way they change things, it just takes a little bit for it to be changed, and then they'd have to, you'd have to redo it a lot. I think the wiki is multiple times the size of the Bible. I don't think an audiobook would be viable. No. There's probably programs out there where you can copy and paste stuff in, and then you'll get the computerized voice reading it out. That might be a good thing. They said on the previous chat to say I'm new to Anvil, as a heads up that you're new and might not know stuff. You could maybe do that. Even experienced players, say Alice, they'll come along and say I'm new to Anvil just to put the thing across to say, right, my old character's dead, I'm marrying a new character. So it gets it across. Yeah, text-to-speech programs. Thank you, Kai. The new player team are great. They run lots of stuff before timing on Friday. Yeah, as I said earlier, all the new player stuff, so the new player skirmish and all their all of their classes, essentially, they're great. They are so good to go and just sit down, have a listen, and you'll do fine. You can maybe do an overview of each nation at least. It's on my list of things to do. I would like to do, like I did with my other video, I would like to do something for all the nations and get a few people within each nation to talk about that nation. So, but Balabolka is an excellent text-to-speech program if anyone is looking for one. So there you go, Alice. It might be worth giving that one a go, and it could help you, hopefully help you out. Liam, I'm new to Empire. If there's an event this year, it will be my first. See, I miss it's. I spoke to Claire and it's like I recommended it was a great help. Yeah, Claire's great. She is fantastic when it comes to it. So any questions, throw it her way. The reason that I wanted to do something like this is because I find you get a lot of experienced players out there who will come and watch this, and then they will be able to point people who are new to other people as well, or we can answer your questions here. But the wiki is always the way to go. If you're stuck there, email PD, ask the simple question. Dave, Alice, I was you 2 years ago. There you go. Dave, Dave is now one of the more experienced people, I'd say, when it comes to LARP, has a lot of knowledge. So it's all good. Yeah, so I think I'd like to get something done for all of the nations. I could do that as probably not as a stream, but as a video to put out there for people. So, and then people within the nations can talk about things within the nations. So for Wintermark, Steiner, Calavesi, Surak, and that. So that's the one thing that has really drawn me in. Everyone is so helpful and caring. Definitely. There are. It comes. There's a huge field, and there's a lot of things within that field that draw on the need for people to be kind, caring, and friendly. Like mental health, anxiety, things like that as well. People do struggle, so you need people to be more understanding, and that's definitely what this hobby is. Don't go that far, but thank you. No worries, mate. John, with how much happens on Friday, my advice for new players is to turn up on the Thursday. It gives more time for getting into it, meeting people, getting to know the site, setting up a tent. Can be a lot to do just on the Friday. Yes, definitely. Thursday is a good night. It's chill. It's relaxed. You get a lot of people there. You get the Forge who will all sing a song, have a few drinks, and things like that. Or you get people who don't go to the Forge. They all sit in their nations around fires, singing a song, having a few drinks, and it's really relaxed. You have your tent set up, and you're just chill, and it's so nice. It's so nice. I couldn't recommend it enough. Dave, there are dicks like anywhere, but much less than in general society. Yep. Kai did a wonderful picture of me that says, was it let PD handle the dick, basically. It was along those sorts of lines. So they are exceptional at clamping down on things. Alex, you're coming on your own. Yes, you'll be totally fine. Quite a few people have stepped in on their own. So, Kai did it, and it took me a couple of events to start building a network of connections and friends. It was absolutely PD can handle the dick. That's it. Thank you, Kai. So yeah, PD can handle the dick. If you come across anyone like that, just let a ref know. PD can handle the dick. Empire player base is an exceptionally supportive and accessible group as a whole. I echo Dave's comment, but as a rule have met many wonderful people doing this. Yeah, they are incredible. I've got a lot of friends who do this, and I've met through LARPing and roleplay in general, and this whole thing that PD have made at Empire is a testament to this community. I think you see someone walking along who looks upset or anything like that, you will get people who will just wander over and just to say to them, are you okay? And it's amazing how much those few words can do it. So yeah, but as David said, the magic words are, I'm new to Anvil. Go up to anyone, ask a question. I'm new to Anvil. I think sitting down at people's fires as well, just to say, hi, I'm new to Anvil, do you mind if I join you? I still do that. I'll still walk up to people. If they're sat down and I see they've like broken out all their drinks and stuff, I'll wander over and go, hi, I'm new to Anvil. And they'll be like, they'll look at me and it'll be like, no, you're not, Mac, fuck off. Half the time anyway. So East London, not so far. Froth events, player events. Depending on what events happen this year, I am going to be running a social to try to get as many people as I can to it. It's not going to cost a great deal by the looks of things, so hopefully we can get a load of people there and people can just be in character and chill, chat, sing, drink, bit of a scrap. And you're not a foreigner, so it should be even easier to get on with other players. Yeah. So going into the league and that, and go and sit down and have a nice chat. I will also say, don't worry if you don't settle with the league either. You find that you, when you get there and you talk to people, you may find that you're drawn to other nations, and you get to play through potentially to change nation as well if you find that you're not suited. So you could, for example, you could turn up, go into the marches and go, yeah, this is great, I'm a marcher, blah blah blah. It's like, I don't think this is great for me, and you can just go off and talk to other nations, and then you go, oh, I do like Highguard though, and then you can start talking to Highguard. That's another big thing, egregores. The egregores are big and clever. Go and talk to the egregores, and they will be able to point you in the right direction. When I changed from Navarre to Wintermark, I had a wonderful conversation with the egregore, and she sat me down and she just said, so you're going off to Wintermark then? You're looking to go to Wintermark, I hear. I was like, yeah. And she did this wonderful thing where the Navarre, they have the great dance. I danced with her. I hate dancing. Really can't stand it. I just gave a little spin, and she just said, if your dancer's taking you off to Wintermark, that's when you need to go. And that was it. I had her blessing, and it was great. It was so good, and the egregores really do poke thing, and they really do get it all going. It's so good. I cannot emphasize it enough. Fantastic stuff. To clarify, I mean that you already share common culture. Yeah, so you're new on your own, going into your nation. You're from that nation. You'll have common culture to talk about. Dave, I love converting people to Navarre. Yeah, I was Navarre through and through. Even when I was in Horizon, I was Navarre through and through, and it was so good. I love the Navarre, always will, but Wintermark is where my game is at the moment. So there are lots of international players at Empire that can struggle at first due to language and culture. Yeah, one of my friends in that video, Joel, he's from Sweden. So Empire's helped him with his English, which has been fantastic to see. So what else we got there? What's that? Oh, so a froth event. Yeah. So not too sure where it is. It's north of Basingstoke somewhere. But basically, we're going to get a field and everyone turns up, sets the tents up, gets in kit, and then you're in character. It's great. Song of Stories for the uninitiated. Yep, Song of Stories is fantastic. So, as there is, I don't know if I said in the stream with Andrew, but I'm hoping on trading cookies in Anvil. They're not homemade, but I just wondered if anyone has any other suggestions on things to sell for icy money. Anything. Absolutely anything. Baked goods always go down really well. Alcohol is an incredibly good seller. So you can sell whatever you want. Yeah, that was, as I said, that's going to be my next point. Keep the ingredients lists on you. People need to know what goes into this. It goes into everything you're selling. Obviously, due to allergies, intolerances, and things like that. Yeah, people like snacks, booze, and crocheted items. So yeah, so anything like that. So Ben, your wife is going to do well with all the knitting stuff that you found. See, that's me knitting. I've done well there. Worked out the OC cost of producing an item versus IC return. If you can make 50p, bring a return of 4 crowns onto a winner. Yeah, I emailed Peter about permission and ingredients. Excellent stuff. There you go. I'm literally knitting right now. So I wanted to sell stuff in character, but I have no talent. I can do this because I can talk. There was talk of Mac and Grim operating tour guides, doing tours around Anvil and getting people progressively more and more drunk and high on IC drugs and fleecing them for money because it would be funny. But we didn't really do. We're not really going to do that. Money isn't hugely important. It's only really a thing when you have something you want to buy. Yes, there are a lot of people out there who are incredibly wealthy. And they are, they're good. That if you're on the good side of them, they will give you stuff. I did a job for one of them, and he gave me a ring of Ilium, and all I did was act as his bodyguard for an hour. I got into a fight, and I was more than happy with that as payment. But yeah, Denbari's. I got into blacksmithing a few years ago, and I've been selling a couple of my first actions, which fits into character as well. Yeah. You can, if you can put a spin on it, you can do anything like that. You can sell it. Making your potions, you can sell your potions on. A lot of people offer making potions for a price as well, and it's about undercutting the other people, and it works really well. A toured bar crawl sounds incredible. I got asked to do a stag do. I got asked to do a stag do, and I took them. That went well. That was quite funny. But yeah, I might have to look into doing something like that. If you want to learn more about fighting without taking the field, come to the IWC. I'm pretty sure he told us what that meant. It's meant before, but my mind has gone completely blank. My friend works in Lidl, and their cookies are massive. They're normally Imperial War College. Thank you, Kai. That reminds me. Another good place to go is the Hub, where it has all the civil service people in there, and they can point you in the right directions for things. A lot of stuff passes through there. So my friend works in Lidl, and their cookies are massive. They normally sell for like 39, 49p, I think, between that range. So I was thinking of selling for 4 rings a piece, or maybe 3 rings, depending. You sell them what you need to sell them for, mate. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do with it all. It's kids are great for selling stuff, but you will find that places who are like about to throw parties and things like that, they will get everything that you're going to sell. They will buy it all in one fell swoop. I know that. I can't think of his character's name, but anyway, he's in my hall. We throw parties a lot in Hurst Hall, and we get people turning up and going, I want to sell all of this. I've got flapjacks, cupcakes, and shortbread. And we go, yeah, how much for it all? Okay, I'll tell you what, look, here, have 5 thrones, and we'll just take it all. Come back in an hour and collect your little tray thing. And that's it. And he'll go off, and then he'll come back an hour later, and he'll collect it, have a drink with us, eat some of his cakes as well, enjoy the party for a little bit, and then go off. So there's a business you could do. Anvil party management, organise bar crawls and experiences across Anvil, all with blurred morals. Genius, absolutely genius. Okay, I'm going to start working on that then. I'll have to send a message to him and see what he fancies doing. 5 rings is a nice and easy number for selling. Yeah, if you make it a nice round number, then it goes well. The Hub Citizens message board is great for odd jobs. It really is. Bounty Hunters, that's a good one as well. That's quite fun to get involved in. You can make money without trading as well, but it's nowhere near as profitable most of the time. No, it's not. Find rich people, do jobs, earn money that way. That's a good start. It's not just the militia and us rowdy priests. Didn't know there was a citizen message board. Yes. Can confirm League party planners are fun. The next event we've got the Battle Butler coming out with my unit, which is pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. What kind of jobs pop up? So, from my experience, it can be rich people have lots of money but not much time, definitely. So the jobs that pop up can be anything from just running messages, attending, making notes in meetings. There we go, bodyguarding, security gophers. Yeah, I've done the bodyguarding bit before. I did one bodyguarding job and it got me some bear claws, which are the ambi weapons that when you hit something with them at the same time, you can call shatter. They are amazing. They are my babies. I've renewed them now for 3 years, so they're incredible. I love them. So there's a lot of stuff out there because a lot of people want to get involved in all of these sorts of things. So a friend of mine who is joining Empire, he is going to be doing like messaging and stuff like that. He wants to be a runner and a message deliverer, essentially. He wants to be a postie. So he's going to turn up and do stuff like that. So you get an idea of what you want to do, you can monetize it. So I think party planning will be an interesting one. I might look into doing that and see if I can advertise that one. So yeah, you can do a lot of that sort of stuff. So let's have a chat then. So let's go through it. So Dave, what would you say would be a good piece of advice for a new player when it comes to preparing for an event? So I'll ask you in a second as well, Kai. So because I think it's nice to if we get all of that going. So I'm not. It's a huge question. When I do my Larp chats, I have a list of about 20 questions that I want to ask people. I generally ask about 2 or 3. And it's because I've got a load of those questions are very much putting them on the spot about things. So like when I asked Andy who would he want to duet with the most, he couldn't really answer it. This is definitely one of those questions because a lot of people prepare for things in different ways. For me, socks. I have a towel and clean socks. So if it's too hot, too sweaty or anything like that, I'll come back, dry my feet off, clean pair of socks go on. It's deodorant, water, snack bars, I think. For me and Kit, when I used to camp with them, for us it used to be gut rot, which was the really, really cheap and nasty energy drinks that you could buy in Sainsbury's or Tesco. We used to buy loads of it, and that would keep us going. But as I've said before, I used to do things where I just wouldn't eat and I wouldn't drink and I wouldn't look after myself at all because I was dumb. I still am dumb, but yeah. So things like that to keep yourself prepared. Then when you're in character, a water bottle, Dave. So read the rules and the brief and do nothing else. I would say make sure you give yourself enough dry clothes for the weekend, then more than you think you'll need. Bring snacks and water bottles. Yeah, it's a lot of it is common sense. It really is common sense. I have a lot of water that I don't drink, and I should. I have a lot of alcohol that I do drink, and I get it the wrong way around. I don't get hangovers, so I tend to ignore everything else that's going on around me and what's going on with me, and I shouldn't. So don't be like me when it comes to this. Be like Dave. Be like Dave. So what about you, Kai? What would you say would be good? A good first bit of advice. Beyond stuff to bring, be prepared to have highs and lows on your first event. It happens to everyone, and it's okay to take a time out. Me and Andy, we talked about, we touched on a little bit of mental health when it comes to repeat the question. What would be your main bit of advice to someone turning up to Anvil for the first time? So we talked about what kind of snacks are good. Cereal bars are fantastic. It keeps you going. We chatted about mental health and things like that, and one of Andy's stories was that he came back to his tent thinking he was going to get a nice peaceful time and that, and the tent was full and everybody was chatting and he couldn't settle. So he went off basically to try to get time to himself to put himself out of it. Think of the worst things for you. That's the snacks you should bring. Yeah, I bring boosts sometimes, the Chucky bars. They're pretty good for it. They keep you going. I crash on a Saturday when I'm sat around the fire and everyone's chatting and everyone's talking, and it's that one moment, that one time when the conversation happens and everyone's chatting and I'm not involved, and it's sort of like that little voice in the back of my head, my little anxiety idiot, turns up and goes, "Yeah, they don't want you here anymore. Oh, there's a fly. Oh, so we're going to see a fly going around. I'm going to keep on swatting at it." And you'll get, and for me, that's when I go, "Oh," and then I have to go off for a minute. If you have to do it, do it. It's fine. It is 100% fine. Go off on your own. Get your head straight, and then come back. Sit down, have a drink. Go up to people. Go up. I've got some good friends, and one specifically who I could go up to and go, "Hello, mate. I crashed," and he'll just talk to me, and then I'll be fine. And that, so it's all those sorts of things, but it's about be honest with yourself, especially. Sounds good. Good excuse to break the diet then. Yes. I eat so badly, I drink really badly, I lose on average half a stone every event. So I'm 9 months sober, so this will be my first festival without alcohol to give me confidence. I'm a bit nervous that I feel really socially awkward. I was on drugs, not proper drugs. I was on really strong painkillers one event, so all I could drink was, so I had my water bottle was full of like Coke. It's fantastic. It was one of the best events I've ever had, and I was sober throughout the whole thing. It was amazing. Watching everyone do it, you get to play up on it, you get to get involved in that way. It was so good. So one of the big things I would say is you don't need alcohol to get involved. Don't be nervous. Really, really don't be nervous. Embrace that they're doing it. They're doing whatever they're doing, but you are going to be in your own element. Essentially, it's going to be really, really good. So I apologise if you see my mouse now on screen, because oh no, I've got that down there. Ignore me. So really, don't worry, Alice. And if someone people offer drinks a lot at Empire, you don't have to take it. You know, is a great thing. So just say no. No one will force it. They really, really won't. So, and if they do, let PD handle the dick. Oh dear. So, make sure your OC needs are sorted before anything else. Empire is emphasis: dry, warm, comfortable sleeping arrangements. adequate nutrition and hydration. If you're miserable OC, you really won't have a good time at an event. Yeah, that's a definite. My other half gets really, really cold, so we have a lot of stuff to keep her warm. And so she's always warm, and it has improved her events massively. You can put it to your character side, like your character is scared to go to Anvil if you're a bit awkward. Yeah, that would work too. I would just say be honest. If something is making you uncomfortable, or someone is making you uncomfortable with the way they're behaving towards you, say stop. They will stop. And if they don't, someone else will make them stop. It's a simple thing, but they should stop. It's really, really good. It's like we say, it's such a friendly place, but let PD handle that dick. Empire is designed around groups. Find one to join or build yourself one. Talk to people in roleplay. Have goals to pursue and conviction in your beliefs, and help stimulate roleplay and find your crowd. Yeah, 100%. That I could not agree more. Groups are fantastic. When you find someone who has the same sort of ideas as what you want to do, and they want to do other things, then yeah, your game will improve. You'll have so much fun. So, but don't feel that you need to turn up immediately and go, I need to find a group now. Don't. Go around, chat to people, chat to groups, find out, talk to them, see what they want to do, find a place that you will enjoy. Dave, I've lost roleplay opportunities because of drinking. I think everyone has, unfortunately. I tend to lose roleplay opportunities because of other people's drinking. Not if they're just drunk, but it's when they're so drunk they can't walk. That's a big one. My big thing to say is don't be that person. It's made me cut down a lot last year. I haven't. I wish I had. I really do wish I had. Alcohol and LARP tend to be synonymous. They tend to go hand in hand, I find. And you can still have a lot of fun while drinking, but you can have a lot of fun while you're not drinking. It's about finding that balance right there. If you know that you're the person... yeah, it's no fun when you have to babysit, but in the morning they tend to appreciate you. That's where I was going to end up. It's never good to be that person who you know you're going to have 2-3 people look after you, because you're so inebriated that they're going to have to take you to bed and all that sort of stuff. That's never fun. That is never fun. Last event I picked 2 people out of a ditch. No, 1 person out of a ditch and 1 person who just fell onto the floor because they couldn't walk out of the toilets properly. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun at all. So all I'd say is just let them, if they want to do it, then do it. But it's a difficult situation. It's about getting that balance right, is a big thing. But the following morning when you see them, or afternoon when you see them when they've finally woken up and they are struggling, they will appreciate what you have done for them. But I think just, yeah, it would just have been better if they didn't drink that much. So I think that's a huge thing. So eat well as well. That's a big one. Drinking on an empty stomach, yeah, don't do it. I'm quite a big guy, so it takes. I find I can have a lot more. It's not a challenge for myself, but I tend to drink, and I just remember to eat is big, definitely. So it's definitely big and clever. So yeah, but I think we're doing pretty well here. I think this has been a nice reassuring stream for people. This has been good. So I hope this is helping you, Alice. I really do. I remember feeling so low energy and low mood. Realised I didn't have anything to eat. Then ran around in a battle for 2 hours. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, hangry. Hangry is a thing. Yeah, you get your mood drops when you haven't eaten. It happened to me today. Actually, this morning I didn't have breakfast because I was doing stuff, and then I got in the middle of the day, and then my other half's going, "It's like, you're alright. You're not happy." It's like, no, I need something to eat. So, a couple of fried egg sandwiches later, I was good to go. Yeah. After the last chat, I brought a water skin. Yep. I found my old water skin, so I've now got two, which is good. And it's like tankards as well. I've got three, and after the next event that we actually do, I'll probably lose all of it, and then have to buy more. So, cough, bloody flies. The food vendors are brilliant, by the way. Who's the one that does the trenches? Is it the wooden spoon? That one? They are my favourite by a mile. I turned up to him and he said he had bread and butter pudding. He was getting ready to make bread and butter pudding, and I was like, "Oh, I love it." I said, "Have you got any custard?" And he says, "Nope, that's the one thing we forgot." So we had gone off to the shop anyway, and I came back to him with three, I think it was, of those really big, the wooden spoon, three of the really big custards, tins and stuff like that, so you can make custard. I had free custard and bread and butter pudding for the rest of the event. It was amazing. The Tangled Vine. Which one's the Tangled Vine? What do they do? What do they do? It'd probably be good for the caterers at Empire are fantastic. PD have done such a good job there. I was at the burrito. I love the burritos. Love burritos. I never find that the wraps I buy when I make my own burritos are big enough though. Yeah, and the taco burrito stand on the other side of the hedge. Yeah, it's all so good. The caterers are incredible. You will find everything that you need. So down from purely coffee to burritos to vegan, vegetarian. Yeah, they have it all. I love the was it Taste of Africa? Oh, so good. I love spicy food. Love spicy food. So that was Tangled Vine is the shop that specialises in handling veggie, vegan, and allergy foods. Ah, right. Yes, I know the ones you mean now. Yeah, really, really good. I had the vegan pizza, and I'm a massive carnivore, and I had a vegan pizza for the first time, and it was lovely. It was really, really nice. But yeah, the caterers are fantastic, absolutely incredible. I should balance this all out. I'm trying to think of something bad. Try to think of something bad. I can't. Just remember to eat. That's it. Just remember to eat. It's if you're struggling with anything or you don't understand anything or anything like that, talk to someone. That's the big one, and that's what I keep on saying throughout all of these streams. Talk, be open, be honest. You need help, say it. If you need anything else, say it. Go to PD, go to a ref, go to the egregore, go, I'm struggling with this or this. Have a fire thingy and bring a cool box. We have a couple of fire pits. Fire pits are big and clever. They are great. It's nice to cook and eat with everyone for a timeout. I always make breakfast. Now, every day I will make breakfast. So I will go out and buy 4 or 5 loaves of bread, loads of bacon and sausages. They're all going to the cool box, and then in the mornings I'll set up and I'll chuck a load into the frying pan, and people will come up, they'll smell it. You get even people who wander. It's like I have people who walk by and go, "Oh, that smells nice." It's like, "Do you want one?" And they'll come over, and then you'll go, "There you go, there you go." Give them 2 sausages, a couple of rashers of bacon, 2 slices of bread. There you go, done, dusted. Bit of ketchup. We remembered ketchup last time, and it's like, there you go, off your trot. It was just so good. It was really, really nice, like that. I love to do it. It's so nice to do. And then you'll get everyone will slowly wake up to that sort of smell of sausages and bacon cooking everywhere. It's really, really nice. I'm so hungry. Moorish meal ticket is great value, and having a little that little ticket helps remind me at least. I should be having 3 meals a day. Moorish are one of the established caterers at Empire. They have their own shack sort of thing set up, and you can go along and I'm really hungry now. I haven't got any bacon. Oh, that's a shame. Might make a sausage salami. So you can turn up into Moorish. They've got tables and all that set up, so you can turn up. It's like you'll get a decent sized breakfast or lunch for like £6. I recommend the haggis, and Krishna said you can get the meal tickets, and my camera's gone again. You can get the meal tickets, but it does get very, very crowded. You pay a big thing for the meal tickets, and you'll get 3 meals a day, a few drinks and stuff like that, which is really, really good. Any tips for people camping OOC? Make sure your tent's waterproof. If it rains, I've seen too many people who have tried to, when they've set up their tent, they've just thrown it together. They haven't done a great deal with it. The tent's not waterproof. They haven't. Then it's not set up so with the knowledge that you can just get in and fall into bed. That's why I have when I'm in my tent and I have that all set up. I will literally know that I can sit outside my tent, take my boots off, get into the tent, and if I want to, I just pass out. I can open the door, do it, fall down, I'm in my bed and I'm asleep. It's good. So don't be shy if you don't have a fire to ask to sit by someone else's if you are cold. Yes, 100%. Hypothermia is real. You do get cold. These fields are big, they are breezy. When there's no cloud cover, it can get really cold. So going up to someone's fire and saying, are you okay if I just warm up for a bit? No one will turn you away. No one will. For OC camping, get there Thursday, get set up, get along the tree line near Navarre Winter Mark. This will keep your tent cooler instead of baking in the sun. Yeah. I was went for my whole first event. Ooh, Dave, really? That didn't come out right. I think it did. I think you meant that. Get set up in a good place, and make sure you've got everything set up. Falling into a bed and having a place set aside, get a bag for all your wet stuff as well, so you can put Dave in a bag, wet things, and it's so much easier. This here. Oh, my camera. Oh, I think it's telling me something. So how much money do people bring to buy on-site food for the weekends if you're not buying a weekend food ticket thingy? Varies massively. I know people who bring 50 quid for food. I know people who bring 150 quid just to make sure. I take more money than I need because I want to make sure if something bad happens, I've got money there to sort it all out. So that's what I do for me. The flash storms at E3 last year kept me wet most of the event and constantly sitting next to the fire. Yeah. There's nothing nicer, in my opinion, than when you're wet and you're sat next to the fire and you can see the steam coming off of you. It's really, really nice. I do like that. But good places, finding if you're cold and wet, go up to someone with a fire. No one will turn you away. No one will turn you away because that's harsh, to say the least. Especially those flash storms that we had last time. Everybody sort of looked out for each other, and it was really, really nice. There's that whole community spirit again that I keep on going on about, and I will never shut up about. They have card machines, but the signal sometimes can be annoying. Yeah, it's like everything. The signal drops. I think that's pretty much it. To be honest, I think the big thing to take away is get there on the Thursday. You pay a £5 to camp for the Thursday night, but you'll sit there. You'll have everything set up. You can walk around, go around your nation, say hello to people, go to the forge, have a few drinks. Don't want to go to the forge, go to other parts, and then yeah, that's good. Alice, if you're cold and lonely, ask for the Ashbourne camp in Navarre. Come to Hurst Hall in Wintermark. My in-character family are also my out-of-character friends. They're the 2 feet in the Navarre, so they camp. They're tucked away in the corner as well, and they've got a big awning that goes over everything. John Krishna can verify that one, and they have the fire all set up. So yeah, feel free to go to the Sabine. But this is another perfect sign to say this is what the community is like. Cold, lonely, not feeling it. Go see the people. That's it. Where is that? That's in the Navarre as well. So the Navarre are half in the woods and half out of the woods. Whereabouts are you, in the woods or out of the woods, Dave? The 2 feet, easily recognisable because they have 2 footprints on their head somewhere. Our camp is by the shitter at the back of the woods. Right. Okay. You're over that bit. Is it near Black Scar? Near them. That's where they camp as well, wasn't it? Near there. The 2 feet are on the other side. Now you can't miss the 2 feet. Applies both IC and OC sleeping arrangements. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't sleep in a chair like I did for my first event. Inflatable mattresses are a good investment. I saw someone who prime real estate. I saw someone who's they turned up. They didn't even bring a tent. Their intention was to essentially walk around, and when they saw a fire that no one had slept, everyone had gone, and the fire was going, they were going to sit in a chair by that fire and fall asleep in someone else's area. It was like, I think you've turned up with the wrong idea. They now have their own tent and they share with other people, and that's all sorted. But I remember coming out of my tent first thing in the morning and seeing him sat there, and it's like, who the hell are you? So, but yeah, a bit of a faux pas because we didn't even know him. So, but yeah, it was all got rectified. He bought us as an apology. He bought us a case of cider and some firewood for the next event. So all was forgiven and forgotten. So it was good. But I definitely, the big thing is to say any issues, talk to people. PD are there to help. You've got a list of people here. I would say have a few places where you can just turn up to. So we don't know you in person, face to face. Bad form, but good way to make it right. Yeah, definitely. It was weird because he remember him turning up quite sheepishly, looking at us, and we are just like, all right. And he was just sort of like, got you these things. We're like, welcome, go and sit down. How are you doing? Are you all right? It was quite fun. But I would say, Ben, everyone, if have a list so like you can know. But yes, I can go to these bits that says Ashbourne, 2 feet, Hurst Hall. If you're struggling, just go out to people and go, do you know these people? Do you know these people? They'll go, yeah, they're there. And then turn up and go, hi, I'm so-and-so. I personally wouldn't care if you just came up and went, hi, I'm Alice, and I'm struggling. I'd say, right, yeah, come and sit down, sit by the fire, get warm, have a chat. Do you need something to drink? Do you need, something to eat? What's up? And we'll do that. So that's big advice. I know 2 solo players that found groups really quickly. I know a few. I turned up as an experienced player to join Urizen, and I ended up leaving the nation instead. I didn't get on with that brief at all. So when I say that you might find that you don't get on with that certain nation, there's other nations go and talk, and that's what I did. And I ended up back in the Navarre. It took me 2 days. That was quite fun. So, but yeah, it's in fact I have a solo player episode recorded but not released. Awesome. I am going to be doing a Larp Chat with a new player who has only been to one event. So, and I'm going to be having a chat with her about everything that's gone on there. So it should give a nice perspective to any like misgivings, apprehensions that you have for your first. So I made a promise to myself I wasn't going to mention anything that Dave does because I've done it every single stream so far. So I thought I'd give him a break. So, Dave does a Larp Noobs podcast. So I'm not going to ask you to link it or anything. No, that's fine, mate. That's fine. I'm going to stop. I will stop doing it, but I think it's fine. But if you want to chuck the link in, that's not a problem, mate. There we go. See, the one time I'm not asking you to do it all the time, and you bloody do it. Fucking dick. You're fine, mate. That's not a problem at all. I mean, you retweet my stuff, so we're all here to support each other at the end of it, aren't we? So, Dave's does a lot of these, and they are really, really good. Yes. So go and have a listen. Go and have a listen to that, because it is very, very good. So, but I'm getting a player. She's only been to one event, and she's going to come on, and we're going to have a chat about thoughts, any misgivings, apprehensions, and stuff like that. So, so it's going to be, hopefully that'll be a good one. But yeah, it'll all come up. I try to do as much as I can on Twitch. I'm doing another festival type music, story, play, event thing on Twitch over what would have been E2. Fucking fly. So I think the Luca is doing a wiki quiz thing. No worries, Dave. You go off and you enjoy D&D, mate. I'm about to finish up anyway. So Luca is doing a thing on the Friday, like a wiki pub quiz thing. Song and Story Time is going on the Saturday, I believe, and I'm going to be running my thing most of the day on the Sunday. Lots of songs and stories and plays, and that's hopefully that'll be good. So, but So thanks everyone for turning up to this. I really do appreciate it. And I'll keep on saying, I want to give as much back to this community as I can. You and Dave, the laughers, I see names so I can write them on my people to meet. I don't know what Dave's IC name is. Don't know if he's still in chat. He might be. We can ask him next time, unless anyone else knows what his IC name is. But I'm Mac, nice and simple, MAC. Ask around Navarre, especially Wintermark. A lot of people know. Yeah, I'm not difficult to miss, really. So, but come and find me, IC. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. It's going to be really, really good. So, I forget what I was saying. But yeah, I want to give everything I can back. So I'm having a couple of conversations with traders and things like that about getting a new player pack together. So because I don't do this, as I keep on saying, I don't do this to make money. I do this to give back to the community. So because there's a sub thing and stuff like that. So when that, because you can sub to me for free through Amazon Prime, but on this, so Amazon will pay money, and when I get to a certain amount, I can then claim that money back, and then I'm giving it to the trader, who is going to make a pack or two for me, so that I can run competitions on this and give it out to people. So essentially, Amazon are going to be paying for people. I'm hoping Amazon will start paying for people's kit. If that made any sense whatsoever, because it made fuck all sense to me, what I just said there. So I appreciate you listening. So, but that's the plan anyway, and hopefully that will work out. So, but still, on the top of the stream, there's a subscribe, and if you've got Amazon Prime, you can scroll down and it says subscribe with Twitch Prime, which is the similar thing. It's something like that. Need to go into your account settings and link it to your Amazon Prime. There we go. That's the way to do it. So essentially, I think what the kit I found has. Sorry, I'm really not. I'm just happy people are watching, so I really don't mind. I'm really grateful for people turning up to listen to me. So what I think I found in my first way is, I think it's. Oh, thank you so much, Kai. Pair of trousers, a tunic, a belt, and I think it's a pouch as well that can go onto the belt. So I think that's going to be something I've done, and obviously they'll then tailor it for people's sizes and gender and stuff like that. So once I've got all of that sorted, then I'll be running a little competition on here, and I can give it away, and that'll be, because I have to get to I think it's to $100 or something on this before Twitch will give me anything. So I'm doing well. I've made a massive dent in that, so it's really great. But then it will be a nice way to then go back to everybody who's watching and go, ta-da, win stuff. There's going to be lots of competitions on the stream that I'm running as well. So with all the songs and stuff, I've got loads of people who have contacted to say they want to do this and this, give stuff away, donate prizes and stuff. So it's fantastic. Like I keep on saying, a great community, absolutely fantastic community. So, but still, right, I will stop boring you all, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have a cider, and I'm probably gonna put on the worst Aliens film going this evening to watch, Alien Resurrection. So, not a problem, Alice, at all. I hope I get to meet you soon in the field. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the I keep catching the end Ian Year's new play. He's been booked since November. Thanks for keeping the hype alive. Hopefully catch the next one. I do put them all onto YouTube. If you scroll down a little bit or click on the about button or something, whack 'em with a stick. There's a link to my YouTube channel. All of these that I do go there, and there's a playlist with all of my LARP stuff on it. I've played some games as well. I'm not doing that anymore because I'm crap, so I'm not going to bother with those. But all of my LARP stuff is on there, so go watch, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll keep on going with that. But it's all there as well. But if you subscribe, Jimmy, then you'll get notifications. I tend to do this Sunday and Tuesday, start 7ish. I'm doing another one tomorrow, and I'm doing one on Tuesday. So I've got a lot coming in the next few days as well. All right. So, but thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good evening, and you're all keeping safe. You all take care of yourself, and I hope to see you all in the field soon. Okay, you all take care. Oh, the music as well that you heard at the beginning was Andy Ruddick as well, Tarek in Wintermark. So he's fantastic. So, but anyway, I'm going to bugger off. So I'll speak to you all soon. You take care. Be safe. Bye bye.